Hi students, നമ്മൾ ഇന്ന് ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നത് Coulomb's law in terms of position vector. Position vectorന്റെ ടേമിൽ എങ്ങനെയാണ് Coulomb's law എക്സ്പ്രസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്? ഓക്കെ, നമുക്ക് നോക്കാം. ഇവിടെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കാണാം ഇതൊരു കോർഡിനേറ്റ് സിസ്റ്റം ആണ്, x, y, z ആക്സിസ്. And q1 and q2 are the two charges. Position of q1 from the origin is r1 vector. Position of q2 from the origin is r2 vector. And the distance between the two charges is r and is represented as a vector r, and is pointing from a to b, that is q1 to q2. Okay, now we already know that there is a force on q2 due to q1, and if q1 q2 is greater than 0, that is if they are like charges, they repel each other. So the force on q2 due to q1 is along this direction, and you can take this force as f21 vector. Okay, and the direction is from q1 to q2, so it is r12 cap. Similarly, the force on q1 due to q2 is in this direction, that is f12 vector, and its direction is from q2 to q1. You can take this is r21 cap. Okay, this we already പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. And from this figure we can see that r1 vector and r2 vector are taken in the same order, and r2 is the reverse order, so r2 is the resultant vector. Okay, according to the triangular law of vector addition, so we can say r2 vector is equal to r1 vector plus r vector. So you can write r2 vector is equal to r1 vector plus r vector. From here you can write r vector is equal to r2 vector minus r1 vector. Okay, similarly you can write r cap is equal to vector r divided by r, that is equal to r2 vector minus r1 vector divided by modulus of the vector, that is r2 vector minus r1 vector. Okay, so this in terms of position vector, r vector is equal to r2 minus r1 vector, and r cap is equal to r2 vector minus r1 vector divided by modulus of r2 vector minus r1 vector. Okay, now we want to find the force on q1 due to q2, so you can write f12 vector is equal to, the magnitude of the force is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 into q2 divided by the separation square, that is r square, into the direction, that is the direction is what, r21 cap. Okay, so you can rewrite this equation as 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into q1 q2 divided by r square into r21 cap. We know that r cap is equal to vector r divided by modulus of r, so modulus of r into r square is what, actually r cube into r21 vector. Okay, now what is r here? That is modulus of this vector r. So what is the modulus of vector r? Modulus of vector r is modulus of r2 vector minus r1 vector. So you can rewrite this is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 into q2 divided by modulus of r2 minus r1. Okay, modulus means you can write as what, r2 minus 1 r1 or r1 minus r2. Okay, so you can write this is equal to r1 vector minus r2 vector modulus. Okay, that is actually vector r modulus is equal to r2 vector minus r1 vector, and that is again equal to modulus of what, r1 vector minus r2 vector. There is no change. Okay, so this is like this. So you can write like this. Okay, that is all cube into what is r21 vector? Just opposite to what? R vector, like this. Okay, so opposite means what? Negative of what? R vector. So negative of R vector means negative of R2 minus R1, that is R1 minus R2. So you can write this is R1 vector minus R2 vector. So this is F12 vector. Okay, similarly, what is the force on Q2 due to Q1? You can write as F21 vector, that is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q1 Q2 divided by R square into what? R12 cap. So it is R12 cap. Okay, again you can rewrite this equation as F21 vector is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q1 Q2 divided by R square. Here R12 cap is equal to R12 vector divided by modulus, that is R square into R is what? R cube. So you can write this is equal to R cube into R12 vector. Okay, what is R12 vector? R12 vector is actually magnitude of R12 vector is actually vector R, and its direction is again in the direction of what? R vector. So you can write this is equal to F21 vector is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q1 Q2 divided by what is R cube? Modulus of the vector, that is what? R2 minus R1. So you can write as R2 vector minus R1 vector modulus cube into R12 vector. What is R12 vector? Actually R vector, same direction. So what is R vector here? R2 vector minus R1 vector. So it is R2 vector minus R1 vector. So this is the equation for what? The vector form of Coulomb's law in terms of what? Position vector. You can write this is equation number 1 and you can write this is equation number 2. Okay, when you are comparing these two equations, again you can see what? The magnitudes are same. What about the direction? This is R1 vector minus R2 vector. Here it is what? R2 vector minus R1 vector, just opposite. So you can write again what? F12 vector is equal to what? Minus F21 vector. That means it obeys Newton's third law of motion. Okay, so this is about the Coulomb's law in terms of position vector. So that's all about this topic. ഇനിയുള്ള ക്ലാസ് കേൾക്കണമെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾ ഈ ചാനൽ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുക. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.